Don't say the F word. What's happening, film nerds? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Thor Ragnarok.
The Beard of Odin!
Thor Ragnarok, of course, brings back Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston. It's got Tessa Thompson, Kate Blanchett, of course, plays Hela, and then we got Mark Ruffalo, Jeff Goldblum, you know who's all in this movie. And it's directed by Taika Waititi, mainly an independent film director, but hey, guess what? Remember he was Hal Jordan's friend in that Green Lantern movie that we're trying to forget. How far we've come. Thor Ragnarok, of course, sees Hela out to just destroy Asgard. She's a little pissed off, and I'm not going to tell you the reasons why. This is spoiler-free. I'll do a spoiler review over the weekend. But, yeah, she's a little pissed off, and Thor has been basically kind of imprisoned onto this other planet right here where there's, you know, gladiator matches. We've got the Grandmaster, and, of course, he gets pinned up against the Hulk. His friend from Walk! Thor then has to get Valkyrie, Loki, and the Hulk and everything, get back to Asgard and save the day. Now, what did I think of Thor Ragnarok? I enjoyed this movie. Like I said on my video that I posted on my other channel last week is, you basically, okay, depending on your perspective, you might love or hate this movie. The general audience will love this movie because it doesn't take itself seriously. It's basically almost a parody of itself. A lot of jokes all throughout the movie, but Thor fans will most likely absolutely hate this movie, similar to how Iron Man fans were a little pissed off at Iron Man 3. It was either a brilliant decision or a terrible decision for Marvel to take this road, because, I mean, you could have had a super dark, serious, Middle-earth type movie, which I think they were going to go for at first with that early logo, but then they decided to go, you know what, this is not going to work. Thor, you can't really take him too seriously in a movie situation, in a cinematic situation, so, hey, let's just make it a comedy. Let's make it pretty self-aware and just throw some jokes in there, and hopefully they work. And do they work? Yes! Most of the time. They're actually handled a lot better than I would probably say that they're handled in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy would go way, you know, David Hasselhoff stuff, just a little too crazy, but I was actually pleasantly surprised on how the jokes were handled in here. Do they always work? Of course not. There's some times where I was going, okay, Jesus, can we have some kind of high stakes here, some kind of levity, some kind of something? I mean, that just happened, and you're making a joke. Some people will get sick of that. I absolutely will see that, but most of the time, for me at least, it worked. Like, a lot of the jokes were handled pretty well. Some of the Hulk stuff, though, were, I don't know, it was a little bit cringy when they were making him be a little bit jokey. It was a little overboard, very, 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 very cartoony, but overall, it worked. And then we got the visuals. The visuals are actually pretty outstanding. You know, I was worried it was going to be too Guardians of the Galaxy, and it very much is. I mean, this is a CGI-heavy film. That's why it's funny when everybody talks about, oh, these CGI-heavy films. This whole movie is CGI, but the thing is, it's not overboard. I think sometimes, you know, and I hate to compare it to Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're, you know, they're pretty similar. They're out there in the cosmos, guys. Guardians of the Galaxy, a little way over the top sometimes, but, I mean, it's still pretty beautiful to see on a big screen. But with Thor Ragnarok, it's not as much as I thought it was going to be, but it's still, you know, it had its damn good visuals, guys. The action sequences were also pretty good. They were handled pretty well. I mean, it was nice to see Thor really just, you know, not having to raise his hammer up in the sky and just go like that, like he's been doing. You actually see him summon all that lightning and thunder, and he does bring it. He has a pretty damn good sequence when all that stuff's happening. Sometimes it does feel like the Hulk or Banner was kind of like, yeah, they shoehorned him in there, you know. I mean, it works for the most part, but sometimes just like, yeah, I mean, this movie really didn't need him, but, you know, it's fine. The acting is done well. Everybody handles the jokes well. Like I said, the joking is handled pretty well, and each actor does their job. They do what they need to, you know. Of course, we love Tom Hiddleston. Chris Hemsworth, he's showing his presence as a leading man. He does drive the movie. You got Mark Ruffalo doing his thing, and then, you know, Hulk doing his whole thing. Tessa Thompson, wow, what a badass. Jeff Goldblum, you can't hate Jeff Goldblum, even though sometimes, you know, he just gets a little weird. When it comes to Kate Blanchett, I mean, she is playing a Marvel villain, and that's where, sadly, Marvel Studios, you know, they kind of a little weak right there. Better than most, I'll give it that. She was a little better than most, but sometimes, you know, she's just spitting out exposition and just really pissed off. Gets a little over the top at times, but it doesn't really, like, you know, ruin the movie for me. Overall, she does a pretty good job. So am I going to put Thor Ragnarok on the favorite wall of 2017 that I have not reconstructed? Yes, I will. It is a wall movie. It's enjoyable. I'm not going to say the F word, and, you know, when it comes to the fun thing, it's not really even making so much fun of Marvel Studios. It's making fun of the critics, because it just seems like every time you know, the review of Marvel Studios movie, it's just, you see like fun, 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 fun. So now it's just becoming just like a 4-letter word. I just don't want to say it. I want to censor myself. But it's, you know, it's a good time. I mean, I guess that's another way of saying it. Jesus. Go into this movie thinking you're gonna laugh, okay? Don't take this movie seriously. If you already have your reservations about it, where you're just like, you know what, you're already shitting on this movie, don't go see it. Then you're not gonna enjoy it. But if you're gonna go in with just like, you know what, I'm gonna go laugh. It's not gonna take itself seriously. Maybe we'll see some good visuals and have some fun with some friends. You know what? Go for it. You know, take the kiddies, you know, whatever. It's a crowd pleaser, but, you know, it is one of the better Marvel films. I will say that. Definitely, of course. I mean, obviously better than the other two Thor movies, but it's one of the better MCU films. So go check it out, guys, if you want to. And let me know if you saw it down below in the balls area, and look forward to my spoiler review. I'll have that up sometime this weekend, I think. Hopefully, you know, I think I don't have too much thing. Oh, wait, I got one thing I don't really want to do on Sunday. Let me know if you saw Thor down below in the balls area and what you thought about it. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the other channel, too. Follow me on the social media stuff that is currently floating above my head. And, of course, I got shirts for sale, guys. Go get them. All right, I'll talk to you later.